Okay, we're back. Just showing some speaker microphones here. The different level of quality you can get. This one was a Radio D1. I think it just lost the sticker there, but you can tell that these are obviously knockoff Motorola ones, but they're identical. Probably maybe the exact same factory. Anyway, this one is hooked into this radio. And this radio, I just wanted to show, first we've got the H-250 handset, which I love this, by the way. The thing that I wanted to show was these K1 connectors, or Kenwood connectors, which are the two, when you plug these things in and the radio is switched on, there is a point where the contact is made for the PTT circuit. In other words, the radio is going to transmit. See that? Now I can hold this in here, and it's just going to transmit. Hello, hello. Hello, 1 2 1 2. So that's something to keep in mind. When you're connecting audio accessories, there is a point where that circuit is closed and the radio transmits. So this is something to keep in mind if you're plugging audio accessories in and you have the radio switched on and you did something silly like you forgot to plug in an antenna, or you're transmitting on your local mid-9 repeater, or you're jamming your police frequency because you think that's cool. In reality, it makes you a real asshole. Whatever it may be, just something to keep in mind. So this is a a Chinese H-250 handset copy. This thing is actually pretty well made. I have disassembled it. Radio check 1 2 3 4. Radio check 1 2 1 2. So the cool thing, let's do that. The cool thing about these handsets is that they are true handsets. It's a microphone and a speaker. So you actually hold it up to your head, and I'm not going to show you my face, but it's not just like a speaker mic or a mic where the audio is still out for everyone to see. So that's kind of cool. And the push to talk button right there on the side. So hello 1 2 1 2. Hello. If I turned it up loud enough, you're going to hear it come out of the speaker there. But radio check 1 2 3 4 5. Radio check. So yeah, that's not exactly recommended. So let's unhook this. Another thing that you want to do is you want to test these audio accessories beforehand. These connectors are not all made to the same exact tolerances. They're sometimes pretty poorly done when it comes to tolerances. And you'll notice that how deeply set these connections are in the radios will vary from radio to radio. And to kind of illustrate this, we've got a couple different radios here. We've got a standard UV5R. We're going to do the same thing. First, we're going to put it on the frequency. See, isn't that cool? UHF tactical communication. Anyway, same deal. See how it keyed it up there for a second? That looks like it's in when it's not. You have to really push that thing all the way in there. Sorry for the poor joke. If I put it back on channel 1. Whoa! Wow, these things are literally on top of each other. Radio check 1 2 3 4 5. Hello. Another thing you might notice is when using the Baofeng, there is a squelch crash, that sound. But when using the other companion radio, there is not. there also isn't one coming from the Baofeng, because these have squelch tail elimination switched on permanently, cannot turn it off, really fucking annoying, whatever. Yeah, so just something to think about. With the speaker mics on the UV5Rs, at least the ones I've used, it doesn't seem to be as much of an issue. But with this thing, it can be a little different because of the angle that this thing comes out. I knew that was going to happen.
Radio check 1, 2, 3, 4. Radio check 1, 2, 3, 4.
So the nice thing about using an audio accessory, especially with the inter-squad radio, you know, the in-ear headset, and then the lapel mic, or those cool little circular, whatever those damn things are called, with the military headsets, if you want to get super tech cool about it, is you're accomplishing a couple things. The first thing is you're not running high power for short range comms, because transmitting at full power to talk to a guy who's like, you know, 2,000 feet away from you, or you know, whatever, is stupid, and it gives away your location, and it's dumb, and it also ties up, especially if you're running VHF, or if you've got one radio. It ties up whatever the primary, you know, command channel is, and it leads to a lot of radio chatter. And if you know someone is trying to, I don't know, listen to your radio net, it makes it a lot easier to figure out who you are and your command. You know, a lot of information can be gleaned from traffic analysis. If you spread your communications out across different frequencies and across different bands, say you run VHF. You know, for squad to squad comms, and you run UHF for inter-squad, and obviously use different frequencies per squad, or even a different set of 16 different frequencies, and you change frequencies every however often, you're really taking advantage of that low probability of interception characteristic of the UHF inter-squad radios. So that's it for now. Just kind of an anecdote, you know, these things are cheap as all hell, and if you want to, you know, run one with the stubby antenna, you totally can, and it's even more concealable. They make really little versions of these little UHF radios. I mean, that's, you know, that's small, and it's got a decent sized battery on it. And again, you want short range. You don't want maximum range. You don't want this insane antenna. For UHF, to talk to somebody in your same squad or fire team or whatever you want to call it, because you're just putting more RF out there for someone to intercept, and that's not good. It's you know, it also goes to, why are you using VHF to talk to somebody who's really close to you? Why are you using full power VHF to talk to somebody who's really close to you when you could be using low power UHF? Or low power, a couple other things you could be using, but that's for another video, for another discussion. But yeah, just some anecdotes on that. You know, I'm keeping these radios for similar purposes. Keep it simple with this. There's nothing wrong with having 2 radios. There's nothing wrong with having 3 radios, actually. There's nothing wrong with having 2 radios and a scanner, or a dual bander VHF UHF radio and a UHF only radio, or something like that. I've seen a lot of different approaches to this. I've read a lot about it, and there's a couple different ways you could do it, but you just got to remember low probability of interception. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.